what's the best age to quit smoking? That's a really interesting, it's a really interesting question to consider. In fact, I mean, I've been asked over the years, is 25 too late to quit smoking? Is 27 too late to quit smoking? Is it too late to stop smoking at 21? Now, there is some data in on this, and my feeling and my honest answer is that if you're not dead, it's not too late to quit smoking, right? Okay. Even if you have done just the most atrocious amount of damage to your body, why not quit? You can still quit. All right. You can still do it for a sense of achievement. You can still do it as a role model. You can still do that as a legacy to the world to show other people that it's not impossible to quit. And you can do it for your loved ones. But aside from that, generally, most people are going to experience a significant amount of benefits from quitting smoking. Their body is going to repair itself. They're going to feel an awful lot better. And they're going to feel very good psychologically. Remember, the sense of well-being and confidence, this sense of a pride in a job well done, it's immense for people. I mean, it's transformative. Look, in the concentration camps, there was a difference between people, a lot of people who lived, and some of the people who managed to make it through those terrible conditions. And the people who somehow managed to hang on, they weren't gassed, they didn't have the Zyklon B, but they managed to hang on, even just with the most atrocious conditions, had some stronger overarching purpose, a desire to do something. Okay, and that psychological kind of slither of hope, of light, was enough to keep some of those people going. And when they've looked at the research on this, there's a very consistent pattern there. Now, when it comes to quitting smoking, the hope that people have, the aspiration that they have to do that, is immense. Right? It is such a big deal psychologically to do that when people achieve that, it feels like something that was literally impossible has happened. Even better than winning the lottery, because they've done something they set their mind to that they never thought they could do. And the sense of psychological well-being is huge inside them. And that alone is hugely powerful in their life for dealing with any kind of future adversity. Also, for a lot of the people, it sets them on a trajectory to say, well, look, if I've done this in my life, what else can I do now? But let's have a look at this, because go back to this question that we started off with, which is, what is the best age to quit smoking? Okay, and let's look at this now, because I think it's really worthwhile to go in and look at a particular study that was done. Now, there is an age, and here the age is 35. The study that was done, the research that was done, and we'll dive into that in a moment, suggested that smokers who quit before they were 35 would show what the researchers call a complete reversal of risk when compared to people who never smoked. Okay, so that was really interesting. So they quantified the benefit of quitting for those older than 35. Okay, so the added risk of death for those, the added risk of death associated with smoking was reduced by 90% for those who quit by age 45, and 66% of those who quit between 45 and 64. Okay, so quit before 35, on average, complete reversal of risk. Complete before 45, 90% reversal, and 66% between 45 and 64. It's always, the great news is, it's always good to quit smoking. All right. Now, they said that the interesting thing is, so one of the PhDs, who was John Pierce, who was involved in this, talk very specifically about the challenge of trying to motivate quitting in younger groups. And the idea of this is that if someone thinks that they don't have a goal that needs to be, that they have to achieve quite quickly, they might delay it. Okay, so actually motivating that group may well be motivating very young people to quit can be a challenge. Okay, for young professionals, you know, feel that they're going to live forever. Okay, so the key is to realize that actually the sooner you quit, the better. The longer you leave it, you will still get those benefits. You still get the many benefits we talked about before in other videos about the reduced risk of stroke, about carbon monoxide being removed from your body, reduced risk of lung cancer. However, up to 35, on average, complete reversal. Now, that study was published in JAMA, so Journal of the American Medical Association, Network Open, okay, and they had over 500,000 participants basically that they were able to draw data from, or who were in that study. Okay, so that information was collected from the CDC, I think between 1997 and 2018. Okay, so they collected the data for specific causes of death of participants through to the end of 2019. Okay, so it was really interesting because now we've got something. This relatively recent paper from I think 2022, which is showing exactly the kind of the average age, and we can see that over a very, very large group of people. Okay, so the benefits of quitting smoking, by the way, in reducing the risk of death are comparable across lots of different demographic groups. Okay, whether you are male or female, whatever the racial or ethnic group is. Okay, quitting was associated with reductions of approximately 80% of what they call the excess mortality associated with continued smoking. Okay, and according to the study, that was very consistent for cancer, cardiovascular problems, lower respiratory disease. Okay, so people have started quitting. More people are quitting smoking across the world, which is a good thing. Okay, but there are certain groups of young professionals who are smoking who don't have what they call a proximal goal. Okay, they don't feel that they've got something near enough that they need to take care of now that's absolutely critical. It's kind of like those people who wait till the night before an exam to cram everything in to pass the exam. All right, with smoking, the challenge is that if you leave it till you're told that you've got health problems, you've left it a bit late. I mean, you're still going to get benefits, but you're also going to have some detriments. All right, but look, you got a pretty good shot. I mean, if you quit before 35, all right, there's a complete reversal of risk of relative to people who've never smoked, which is quite astonishing, really, how your body can, at least according to this data, how a body can repair itself up to a certain point. All right. As you go past 35, that starts to, and you've been smoking a longer period of time. Think about it. The cilia in your lungs have been more decimated. The alveoli have been decimated. Although your body can repair the cilia once you quit, it can't repair the alveoli. So that's starting to build up. There may be hard scarring that appears in the lungs, which unfortunately you can't recover from. Even the light scarring, it's less severe, but there's still a cost to that inside the lungs from the smoking. So up to age 45, 90%. Okay, how much the added risk of smoking is reduced by. Okay, it's reduced by 90% for those who quit before 45, 100% before 35, and 66% for those who quit between 45 and 64. So that gives you a real clear answer to this question about the best age to stop smoking. The best age is whatever age you are now, quit. Truly, Don't wait, because what will happen is, I guarantee you are going to be in two places now. If you're smoking, you're either going to be, oh, I think I should quit, or I just want to know a little bit so I can, I just want to gather a bit of information, just keep an eye out. I probably should get around to it one day. So I just want to know, I'm just curious. Or you're in the place of, I've made my decision, I want to quit, but I'm now gathering information about the best way to do it. Okay. And if you're gathering information about the best way to do it, fantastic. Get on a call as soon as you can with a stop smoking expert, somebody who can work with you and invest in yourself to quit smoking. So that you can do that quickly and easily, as quickly as possible. If you're in the other category of somebody who's just looking around and just saying one day you may get to it, remember this: the absolute best best stage to quit smoking is right now. It is right here, right now. Okay, because the longer you leave it, the more problems you're going to have. You run the risk of later on. Okay, and even if you're 32 and you think, oh well, I've got maybe 30, I can maybe smoke for another 2 years, right? That's on average. All right. Okay, that's the average there. That could still creep up with you at any time. And some people are a bit more predisposed for whatever reason to certain kinds of illness. You don't want to aggravate that with smoking. There's one thing that we know is super, super harmful for you. So the best age to quit is now, but you've got the sort of the data on, what the effects and stuff are. Okay, each day you leave it, well, it's another opportunity lost. Make today the day when you decide to do something about it. Okay, let that stick inside your mind. Okay, don't worry about how you're going to do it. Just make a decision that you absolutely want to do it. Remember, to quit, really, there's two main parts I've seen over these last 2.5 decades working with people to quit smoking. The first is the most important, which is enough is enough. That's it. I'm going to do it. All right. After that, you will find the way. You will find the right way to do it that works for you. Okay. And then you'll get to that point, the second point, the epiphany, where you look inside your body and you go, you know what? I just don't fancy one anymore. I've got no cravings. I can't believe it. Right, that's where you can get to. Okay, so best age just to stop smoking, absolutely right now. But if you do it before 35, there's benefits. Still benefits all other ages as well. There are still benefits to you quitting, and you will receive physically and psychologically huge benefit from that afterwards.